Hello, I'm Sean with Arva Industries. Going to introduce the new MS260 Scaler. This is a low-profile 10-ton class scaler that Arva has designed specifically for 3-meter drifts and maneuverable operation. The machine dimensions externally are 235 inches long, or 7.2 meters long. It's 8.3 meters in height, or 88 inches. It is fairly narrow at 85 inches wide, or 2.3 meters. It's a four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer design, a non-articulated machine, and we designed it like this to be very cost-efficient, low maintenance, and very durable. The axles, of course, are internal wet disc brakes and parking and service, and this allows for ease of maintenance again, and very durable, meeting all mine requirements. The MS260 boom design is a straight 3-section telescoping boom, and we designed it like this because it gives maximum extension. We have approximately 3.5 meters of extension, and that allows for the operator in a drift to have one park position, and he can maneuver and scale up and down. The boom is capable of -10 all the way to +48 for operator safety and for breaking debris as well. The boom is equipped with a dual actuators with a Epiroc SB202 breaker or scaler, and this allows 140 degrees of articulation so that you can reach left and right in the mine and scaling, and up and down 120 degrees. The scaler is designed for an optional front plow, and this allows for the machine to remove debris as it's moving forward and deeper into the drift. The turret here is designed for 140 degrees of left and right articulation for, again, reaching the drift from one parked position. We equip this machine with very tall air-filled tires. They're 10-120, very common tire, and gives us maximum ground clearance for this machine to be in very rough terrain. As we move around the side of the vehicle, we're at the cab. This is a fully enclosed ROPS/FOPS protected cab structure, including sealed windows and insulation for operator comfort. As we could see on the machine, we have a side mirror, and also equipped is we have remote cameras. We have a camera for reverse direction, and also for the the right front of the vehicle, so that when the operator is driving in the forward direction, the right front of the vehicle is exposed in the camera for obstacle avoidance. Also, what we have here is LED lighting and switch banks, and this allows for a lot of color selections in the LED switches, so that if I turn this key on here, we have fully the blue coloration here means that a feature is optioned, is available, and if I push this particular button here, it turns green. That means it's on and available for operation. You can also see a yellow warning one. This particular switch is for the water system, and that just means that it's available. We have gauges that are backlit, and we have low light switches as well. And this particular one is for low fuel. And we run full joystick controls here, so the operator can sit back in his seat and he can control all the features on the boom and functionality for scaling. As we move around to the side of the vehicle, you can see how we mounted the rear air conditioning, the condenser, and the fuse panel, so it's easily to service. We have a very big air cleaner here, and you can see that it's duplicated in the engine air cleaner, so that we have duplication of parts and interchangeability of components as well. We have the main battery for the machine, as well as the disconnect. We chose a very high location for all the electrical, so that if we're fording any sort of deeper water, up to about a meter, we're not affected electrically. We also have on the back side of the cabs, we have remote filters and remote drains for ease of maintenance. And you can see the rear stabilizer and the exhaust system here. We heavily guard it for heat as well as for fire suppression. And you can see that the water tank on the back for the water dust suppression system. This machine is also equipped with the optional water tank, 200 liters, and we have a hydraulically driven pump that pumps water all the way forward to the Epiroc SB202 scaler and effectively suppresses the dust. You can get air suppression as well. We just don't have that option on this machine. As we move around to the right side of the vehicle, we have access doors for the fluids, starting with the hydraulic tank here, the fuel access here under heavy covers. Also, we have engine oils and servicing of the fuel and inspection of the belts and components within the engine compartment itself. You can see here all the screening that are all removable on the engine cover. The engine itself, as mentioned before, is a Cummins 3.3 Tier 3 rated engine. And underneath these various covers here is access to the transmission, the oil pump, and the electrical CAN bus system. Okay, on the rear corner, we have our Ansel fire suppression, as well as a rear actuator. This is for optimum safety in case there is a fire that is going that the operator does not see. Also on the side of the cab, we have the optional radio remote system. And this is the hand control that the operator may use if he's situated in a drift where he can't see very clearly. He can run it with a radio remote outside of the cab. This will control all of the boom functions, swing, telescope, boom up and down, as well as the actuator and scaler functions. As we move around to the right front of the MS260, you can see the back of the turret where we have mounted the directional control valve as well as the CAN bus modules. We mount them in these particular spots so that ease of maintenance as well as heavily guarded for the maintenance department. You can see that there's quite a bit of lighting. We have turret lighting, and on the top and the sides of the boom, we have quite a bit of lighting as well to light up the drift when scaling. Also on the side of this machine, you can see the right rear mirror as well as the front right camera, so that you can see from the operator's perspective that since he cannot see very well on this right side, he can utilize the camera within the cab. I think that completes the walk around of the MS260 and a quick sort of summary of one of the features that we have for the product here. I invite you to join us at arvaindustries.com for further discussion of the machine. Thank you very much.